Welcome to Project Ozone 3, and here we've got a setup I'm going to be doing for crafting of our essences. We can't use the crafter unfortunately yet, the one I was hoping to actually craft. Nope, unfortunately the machine frame requires manganese ingots and hard carbon alloy, and we're not going to get there yet. That's landcraft. We'll have to get to landcraft soon enough, however. So in the meantime, I've just laid out some crafting grids, easy enough to actually just push the stuff through here, and you'll see I've started to get Inferium Essence. Now, to upgrade our Inferium Essence, all we really require is this recipe with our infusion crystal, and it's the same recipe all the way up. So you eventually get to the blue, and then the purple, and then the red, I think. I'm not going to pronounce them. I always get them wrong, so I may as well not do that. However, I do actually want to upgrade these. Did I not? Oh, I need to spread this out. There we go. And we'll do the same thing here, spread it out. Yeah, that's 6. I could do with more really. But the idea is that we can get the essence all the way up. However, on the top row, you can also see that I'm also upgrading the seeds. Now, there's 2 ways of increasing the seed output in this particular mod pack. One is just the tier of the seed itself, and that's what we need to concentrate on first. The second way is crop breeding. Now, last episode, I forgot about the fact you can't put the crop sticks underneath mechanical users, but you can. Once I get this, let's grab you. You can put them outside like this, because they're not being touched, and they're in range of the lily pad fertility, so they will get the benefits, i.e. they'll grow very fast. Now, you can, whenever you like, just put it into Seed Analyzer, which is the name of the block I couldn't remember last episode, and you can see that it is 1, 2, 3 in terms of growth, gain, and strength. So you can do that whenever you like. However, I'm not going to, because whenever you upgrade the tier of the seed, that pretty much wipes out whatever the growth, gain, and strength is. So you want to upgrade the tier first, as far as I know, anyway. And that's something what I'm going to choose to do. So I'm up to tier 4 at the moment. There is tier 5 and tier 6. Tier 6 apparently doesn't work in cloches, so as far as we want to go is tier 5. That's going to require the next essence up from this, so I'm going to require another one of well, in fact, we need the recipe, don't we? So let's just grab you. And is it something like this? And some prosperity shards? Yep. So then we can put this here, and that will then upgrade the essences, and you can go back here. So we will then get to the next tier up, and if we just have a look at this, Superium goes up into Supremium, which is sort of what we want. However, does that not get upgraded by the blue infusion crystal? We need Insanium to upgrade that to the master one. That's slightly annoying. So yeah, I will have to work on it. But for now, it's fine. We can use that. And then I want to get to tier 5 ideally, before I start breeding the seeds in any other way, because I want to have something that will go into a cloche, that will also have 10, 10, 10, and is going to be pretty good for us going forward. However, even on tier 3, that the seeds are on up there at the moment, they still produce quite a bit of essence. So don't be afraid to stop whenever you like, and I'm just going to continue to just breed these up in the background. So we won't need to show much of that on camera. Let's just balance that out and make sure everything is kept in here. Balanced. There we go. Nice and pretty. Okay. So, beyond that, to get into another area, I think to get to Lordcraft, we may have to go through Embers, I think. Let's just see if I can find Lordcraft and check. And my mistake, there is both Lordcraft and Landcraft in the mod pack, so we need to just be a bit careful. Lordcraft requires us to go to the Twilight Forest, which we have to unlock, I think. So in the meantime, we can have a look at this, which is, this is the Landcraft. That requires us to craft a glimmer crystal. Yeah, so this is to get to Lordcraft. Glimmer crystal requires Embers Rekindled And Embers, I think, was the tab I was looking at. Let's have a look. Was it in Gamma? Yes, Embers. So, Embers requires an ancient codex, and that recipe should be straightforward, I think. Something like this. Yep. And then we have an ancient codex. Okay, and it has a whole bunch of stuff we can go for. However, does that go to the quest? Okay, I've got the codex, so we should be able to claim it. It's right here. Ah, there we go. Cool. And we're into Embers. Where are the quests going to take us? So let's see what it wants first. Cavernite Brick, Ember Deposit Locator, Dials, and Ember Hammer. Okay, why don't we look for the Ember Hammer first, or the Cavernite Brick. They're probably going to need that to actually make anything. So Cavernite Brick is Cavernite Blend. That's the only recipe, yeah. Cavernite Blend, which is just clay and sand. It's not too hard. Do I have any spare sand? I normally end up crunching it up too much. Okay, well, we'll just take a couple of stacks of gravel. And then I can just probably grab a hammer. And this won't take a second. Sand. Lots of sand. A couple of stacks, in fact. So we also need some clay. So I've got 28 here. Each one will go into 4, so that's no big deal. Okay, there we go. Clear you. All right, and that's a full stack of the blend, and then we can just drop it into our furnace, presumably, down here. Yeah, and that's going to start going. Okay, so what about the hammer then? Ember Hammer? Really? No recipe? Is it called something else? And the quest is called Ember Hammer? Yeah, Tinker's Hammer. Oof, okay. There we go. That doesn't even require any of the bricks, so iron, lead, and a couple of sticks. Fair enough. 1 second. Let's just grab those. Lead. Iron I've got. Oops. And some sticks. Those aren't sticks, those are rods. One Tinker's Hammer. Done. Come on, quest complete. Great. Now, did I want to mention the jetpack? Yeah, I've just been leaving the battery in here whenever I can, if I'm not using the equipment, just so that it gets charged and then it maintains my jetpack fuel, even though it's a low tier jetpack. Right, are you finished now with that brick? Hopefully you are. Whoops. Okay, are you going to give me the quest? Yep, complete. Claim. Done. Yeah, I'm going to just do a few of these quests off camera, I think, just to go so we can get through this a little bit more. So let me skip forwards. Okay, I've done a little bit of crafting, and that crafting is all in here. We've got some ember shards, and we've got some other bits and pieces. To get ember shards, and they're pretty vital for this particular mod, you want to go and craft yourself a sluice box, and the sluice box will let you manually put through some archaic bricks, which you get from your mob farm, which is a 2x2 crafting recipe of the archaic bricks. Let's just see. There you go. Yep, 2x2, just like a regular clay brick. And you can put this in the top, and you can put some water in, and it will go and get some ember shards for you. Unfortunately, you can't automate it, so you can't use flat transfer nodes at all. Hoppers into the top doesn't work, but you do get lots of ember shards, so it's not too big of a problem. Okay, now we need to process that ember somehow. We need to basically, in this case, activate it, as the case may be, and that is basically to produce the power system for this whole mod. So we have something called the Ember Activator, and that goes down. And we're going to pump in some of our Ember. Now, I'm just going to use a bin. It is part of this mod. So I'm not sure whether we can get away with just one space here, but let's just put 2 spaces in. And we're going to need some fluid pipe from the same mod. Oops, that's a bin. Give me the fluid pipe instead. There we go. Why aren't you attaching? You should have attached. Oh, fluid pipe. Nope, it needs to be... yeah, I crafted the wrong type of pipe. Of course I did, it's me. So we actually want, there's like iron pipe for liquids, item pipe for solids. So item pipe is the one we want, which means we need some lead. That's not a problem. Let me just put this away for a second. Lead, and we will just use this same crushing table. Why was that still iron? This is just set to iron now. Let's just get rid of you. Yep. Okay, so it just takes whatever the last thing was, and we'll use that to craft the item pipes. Okay, will you attach? Yeah, there we go. And we're also going to need a mechanical pump to move the items through the system. So I thought I already crafted 1 or 2 of those. I think I did. So one there. Hang on, that's a mechanical pump. I wanted a... Can we actually do that without? Let's just have a look. Pump. Am I thinking of the wrong thing? Not electric pump. Mechanical pump is embers. Maybe I'm thinking of an earlier version. Let me check. I was thinking of the wrong block. It's just an item extractor. You can craft it quite easily and put a lever on top, and then it will just pull in the embers from there into our ember activator, which is now active, as you might imagine. Now, let's put that there for now. We're going to need to do something with that ember, and there is a few things we can do. We're going to want to basically emit it to send it somewhere else. So an emitter is important, and I think it's a receiver or a receptor or something like that. So let's just look at the ember emitter. Straightforward recipe. I'm short of copper. Is my system got more copper in it yet? Well, I say system. It's just a smeltery. We need to get to a full system soon, so let's just have a look. Ember emitter, yeah, we can craft one of those. Well, 4. And then a receptor, I'll say. Receptor. Yep. Okay, and we'll need more Caminite plates, which needs me to get more Caminite blend. 1 second, let me just craft some more of that up. So, we then come to our setup that mixes everything. And this is a little bit more complicated setup from a typical furnace, but let me show you where we're going and you should be able to get the idea. So we put down a couple of melters. And on the sides of those I put a fluid dial. You can also put ember dials on them just to see how much power is coming in, basically. That's all it does. Just turn it off for a second. And into, coming out of these melters, I've put a fluid extractor. It's the same thing as the item extractor, really. You put a lever on the side, and then the lever controls the pumping of that into the main mixer centrifuge. And you'll see the fluid dial. It's got some molten gold on the left here. In fact, it's probably in the pipe, actually, rather than the melter. You also have the emitter then going to the receptor, so you shift right-click the receptor that you want it to go to, like that one, and then right-click the emitter. And it should change over. Yep, it's going to change over to where our copper sort of melter is. Unfortunately, we don't have all that much copper, so I'm just going to drop that in. And it will then start melting, and we'll go heading that way towards a mixer centrifuge, which should then mix it. So hopefully that's clear. It does require a little bit of pipe work, yes, but it is on a good option. So west is molten gold. We should then be able to send Dawnstone this way once it has figured out it's got enough to make some Dawnstone. I'm not sure how much that is, so I'm going to continue making more copper until we get to a decent amount. Hopefully in here. I'm just going to leave this on for now. It's got enough ember to keep going. And there we go, our first batch of Dawnstone. I put the thing in the wrong place. The output seems to also be the top, so that's just something to bear in mind. And then that will come out over here into the stamp base. It's got a bin underneath, nothing in it at the moment.
for the stamp base, then I assume one of these two needs another receptor. And no, I have a receptor. Let's see if it's into you. We'll see if this is valid or not. So that sounds valid. And will it go valid now? Yep, it will. And this is out of Ember. Yep, it's completely out. So we're going to need some more of those crystals. And I'm probably out all over the place. Is there any more in here? Yeah, there is. Let's just put all of these shards through. We can always generate more because it is just more of the stuff we're getting from our mob farm. So that should go in. Should get processed. Should start sending over, all the way over to our stamper. Bang. And, well, we got, hopefully, yep, 1 Dawnstone ingot. Cool. It's a crazy, crazy setup, but I sort of like it just because of that, final stamper. So then we can take our Dawnstone ingots and put them into here just like before. Whoops, I thought we could. Can we not? Oh, wrong hammer. Yep, I think we're going to need 1 of those, at least to start with. And we're going to want the glimmer crystal, which needs the exchange tablet, and the exchange tablet is what we need this for. So we need a Dawnstone ingot, some copper plate, and some more caminite. Now the caminite, I'm running out of clay, but we may have just about enough. Let me just process that back down. And do we even have any sand left? I may have donated the sand off to the sifting machines just to try and get more copper. Sand. No sand. Oh, is that sand? That's sand. Good. Okay. Sand, clay, and caminite blend. And then we can go and get the rest of that processed. So you can go in there. And then we can complete the glimmer crystal, or rather the exchange tablet. Not sure if that needs a receptor or not, but we're going to need some stairs. We're going to need 6 of those. And then 1 of the blocks as well. I've got a feeling I got some of the stairs upstairs already, though. I think I made a few of them for something else. And I can't remember. Nah, we'll wait for our redstone furnace to complete and then craft that block, the exchange tablet. And here we go, 1 exchange tablet. And can I just put you down somewhere? Or are you going to have to have stuff piped in? It has no GUI. That's not great. Unless I just right-click stuff onto you. That's a possibility. Let's just see if did I use up all those crystals? Can I just go from crystal to shard? Yeah, I can. Is this going to be one of those? Oh, yep, it's a visual. Well, that's not great. I can't get that back. Let me figure out this exchange tablet 1 second. Okay, so to get the aspectus that the glimmer crystal needs, let's just look at the glimmer again. They appear to be items. I don't know aspectus. We'll try. I've never tried them before, so, you know, you're learning along with me. And to get those, you need to just swap out the bar stamp, which is what gets you the Dawnstone ingot, with this, which is the plate stamp. And you can feed in embers into this, and combine with the Dawnstone molten stuff, it will start making this stuff, Dawnstone aspectus. Now, I don't know, it does say in the recipe for this, it requires 64 to 80. I'm not sure if 1 equals 1, but we'll give it a try. So to get stuff into specific slots, you have to click them on the certain sides here. So that's the complete recipe for the whole thing, with all the stuff clicked onto it. So that should be enough. And it doesn't really say much more than you require some Dawnstone aspectus. So I put in an item extractor, and well, let's see if that will actually help. Hasn't helped yet, put it that way. And I assume, are they all gone in there? In blocks of 10 maybe? Yeah. Doesn't really give me any visual indication. Would be nice if I got some kind of indication as to what I need to do further there. So maybe I just need to make more Dawnstone, in which case I need a lot more copper, because it takes a little bit of time to actually do this. Do I have any Dawnstone left? No. Looks like I've basically used it all up. We can just start this back up again, just with that. And that'll process all the gold. And we have plenty of gold, so we can actually get that going fairly straightforwardly. I just don't have plenty of copper. There's copper. There's gold. I'm just going to drop a full stack of gold in. and embers themselves are easy enough as long as our mob farm keeps providing. And I could probably do with some more ember dials as well, just to see when these machines are actually full up and when I need to change this around. Now, if you don't want to keep changing things like this, the best thing I can suggest is to make a copper cell, but because a copper cell requires copper, I'm a bit short at the moment. Basically, the emitter can only go to one place, so you could put emitters around the outside, but it'd probably be easier just to put one emitter to a cell above, let's say above here, and then put 4 emitters on the side of that to go out to the various stations, and that might be a better setup. In any case, I'm off to craft a little bit more, and we'll come back once I've got more copper. Okay, it wasn't quite that simple. Yep, it's even more complicated, this mod. It's sort of interesting. It's very magical-like. So I want an alchemy pedestal, and I'm going to put this down, let's say here. This basically controls the type of alchemy that's done with this exchange tablet. So I'm going to want one of those Dawnstone spectres. That can go on there, the rest can go on there for now. I don't think I'm going to need any more, I assume, but yeah, we'll see. And the rest of this can be filled with ash, and then we can use this, which is a beam cannon, and in order to aim that, you are going to shift right-click on this block, and then right-click on this block, and it normally points straight up, but it aims this way. And we're going to use this to fire basically fire it here, and then it will consume some ash. Now, you're probably going to fail. And what's ash, you say? Well, ash is something you create using a cinder plinth. Again, we're going to feed it with ember from our main emitter. And I've put an item vacuum. You just face it that way against the block and right-click, and then you have a lever on the side of it. And then that will pull any ash that gets burnt, and you just put any object into the cinder plinth. So I assume it can do just cobblestone? Seems to be just fine. So here we get an ash pile, and then we want to then look back at our glimmerstone. So our glimmerstone says it needs between 64 and 80, and you don't know which value. You have to pick one between 64 and 80 to try this with. So we're probably going to be using up quite a few of these, I imagine, if it fails. So let's start with the upper value and work our way down. So we're on 63, 64. Once we get to 80, let's just put that over here. So we want 16 more. Right, so here we go. Let's go and put this ash into here. So that's 1 stack. And why won't you take any more? Does that get consumed, or do I need to have another pedestal? Maybe I need to do another pedestal then. Interesting. Why don't I go and create that? I guess I can put it that side. Yeah, that'll work. We'll see. Let me just go and create that. And that's done. I've already loaded the ash in, so hopefully both of these will apply. We'll see. And then I guess we're going to put a receptor on this side, and then where's my Tinker's hammer? Let's just go and grab this and set it to you, and you are going to output. And once there's enough ember, I assume it's going to be automatic rather than me needing a redstone signal, but we'll see whether that's actually the case. Oh, and apparently it's quite dangerous, so I wouldn't stand between those 2 blocks when it is. Alright, I'm going to cut forwards until that happens, or doesn't, as the case may be. It did need a redstone signal. So, yeah, as soon as I pull that lever, this happened. And, well, it's presumably trying to work. We'll see whether it actually does work or not. And, yeah. No effective tooltips, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to cut forwards until it finishes. Yeah, let's give it a go. And it sort of worked. It came out with Dawnstone Inaccuracy 15. And I assume that means that's the wrong number of ash. So if that was the case, then we should be able to get away with 65 ash. If it was 15 off 80. So why don't I put in some more stone? Let's grab that. We'll cook some more up and let's see if we get any better result.
And it's firing again. We're now got 32 in one, 33 in the other, and that's 65 ash. And let's see if this actually works. We also have multiple ingredients in on the table itself, so that if I need to get more, I actually need to get more nether quartz. Let me just grab some more of that while this is attempting its craft. Nether quartz. So if I just get 4 of that, I think I've got enough for 5 batches. And let's go. What have we got? Aha! We did get it right. So 65 exactly is the amount that I need. You will need something different, so I'd suggest starting with the highest value. Don't start with something in the middle because it doesn't tell you whether it's positive or negative. It just says inaccuracy. So either start with 64 or start with 80 and then build up or build down. Either way will be fine. And we've unlocked the Twilight Forest. So yeah, we've got all the way through Embers in one episode, or at least to the extent that I need to get into other mods anyway. And then we can get to the Twilight Forest itself, which is not hard to get to if it follows normal. If it follows normal Minecraft sort of opening. Let me just see. Do I have any flowers? I need flowers for this. I need a diamond. 1 diamond. And 4 flower. Well, I'll just surround it with flowers, so it's I'm going to 12 maybe. Let me have a look around. And yes, I tried it with a diamond just in case. Nada. Okay, so in this pack you're not getting any of those. However, we are able to complete this quest first. So let me just claim that. That should give us the blocks we needed. Yep, block of simple crystal. We can make simple crystals, which get us into the lore craft. Good. However, we can also open the portal to the Twilight Forest, hopefully. There we go, the Twilight Forest. Yeah, that didn't need the flowers to be obliterated, but yeah, so we can go through there whenever we like. We're not going to need it just yet, but it's nice to have it open. And then we are able to get to Lordcraft, and this is the next set of quests. So yeah, we can also go into the Twilight Forest and do all the bosses. So the Naga and stuff like that, but we need a lot better armor than what we have at the moment. In fact, I have almost no armor at the moment. So yeah, that's something to get on to. But we've got all the way through Embers this episode, and I quite like that that mod. It is very interesting. It just is a little bit complex to set up by comparison to, you know, thermal expansion, but a lot less boring. Okay, so I hope you liked the episode. Feel free to give it a thumbs up if you have, and let me know in the comments if you've got any suggestions, any features. And one other thing, I think someone said that, I think it was Shambler, saying that this was out of the sun. Yeah, I did move it. It is, they are all in the sun, and they are all providing power back to this battery, in addition to lava power, and of course everything else. Okay, cool. So I'll end the episode there. We'll see you next time for some more Project Ozone 3. Feel free to click on subscribe or the bell if you want to get notifications. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.